In an era of fleeting design trends and disposable furniture, there's something profoundly reassuring about Martha Stewart's enduring approach to home design. For decades, she has championed a distinctly American aesthetic that blends historical references with practical elegance, creating spaces that feel both aspirational and deeply livable. This timeless design philosophy extends beyond mere decoration, embracing the art of homemaking as a thoughtful practice that enhances daily life through beauty, functionality, and attention to detail.
Welcome to Rustic Elegance. Let's embark on a journey through the beauty of rustic decor, celebrating the warmth, simplicity, and natural charm of this timeless design.
Timeless American Decor: How to style your home like Martha Stewart's classic elegance. Martha's signature style resonates because it strikes the perfect balance between sophistication and comfort, tradition and individuality. Her homes never feel like museums or showrooms, but rather like thoughtfully curated spaces where every object has purpose and meaning. This authentic approach to interior design creates environments that tell personal stories while remaining timeless. Spaces that feel relevant year after year rather than falling victim to passing trends or momentary design infatuations. As we explore the essential elements of Martha Stewart's classic American style, you'll discover practical strategies for incorporating her design wisdom into your own home. From creating the perfect neutral foundation to mixing vintage treasures with modern pieces, these timeless principles will help you craft spaces that feel both elegant and deeply personal. Whether you live in a historic farmhouse or a contemporary apartment, these design insights will guide you toward creating a home that, like Martha's, celebrates the art of everyday living through timeless American design. 1. Start with a soft neutral foundation for a calming and elegant base. Neutral color palettes inspired by Martha Stewart's signature style. The cornerstone of Martha Stewart's timeless interior design approach begins with a carefully selected neutral palette that creates both visual harmony and emotional tranquility. Professional interior designers have long recognized that these soft, understated hues, ranging from creamy ivories and warm taupes to muted grays and gentle blues, establish the perfect canvas for layering texture, pattern, and personal touches throughout your home. By focusing on high-quality paint with subtle undertones rather than stark whites or bold colors, you create rooms with sophisticated depth that naturally reflect changing daylight throughout seasons, a signature element in Martha's Connecticut farmhouse and Maine estate interiors. Walls, fabrics, and furniture. How to use neutrals creatively. The true artistry in Martha's neutral design strategy lies in the masterful layering of complementary tones across various surfaces and textiles. Incorporate slipcover furniture and natural linen or cotton duck for an instantly classic look that combines practicality with elegance. These washable fabrics age beautifully while accommodating real family life. To avoid the dreaded flat look that can plague neutral spaces, interior design experts recommend varying texture significantly. Pair smooth painted millwork with nubby sisal rugs, introduce hand-thrown pottery alongside polished silver accessories, or contrast rough-hewn ceiling beams with silky window treatments. Best paint colors and textures for a timeless home look. For homeowners seeking to capture Martha's signature elegant neutral palette, look beyond basic white to more sophisticated options with historical precedence. Benjamin Moore's Linen White, Farrow and Ball's Elephant's Breath, or Sherwin-Williams' Sea Salt deliver the complex, muted undertones that characterize Martha's spaces. Professional painters recommend using flat or matte finishes on walls to create depth and hide imperfections, while reserving satin or semi-gloss treatments for trim, doors, and architectural details. This subtle contrast in sheen creates sophisticated dimension, even within a monochromatic scheme. Remember that in Martha's design philosophy, neutrals aren't just safe choices, they're intentional foundations that showcase quality furniture, meaningful collections, and seasonal adjustments, creating homes that feel both classically American and personally expressive. Two, mix vintage and modern with graceful purpose. The Martha Stewart way, blending old and new without clashing. Martha's signature interior styling technique, evident throughout her homes in Bedford, Maine, and beyond, demonstrates how thoughtfully combining heritage pieces with contemporary elements creates spaces with authentic character and depth. Interior design experts observe that her rooms never feel like period recreations or bland showrooms because she masterfully juxtaposes elements, perhaps placing a sleek mid-century lamp atop an heirloom colonial sideboard, or hanging a contemporary abstract painting above a traditional slip-covered sofa. This deliberate mixing creates visual tension that energizes your space while maintaining harmony through consistent quality and proportions. How to choose the right vintage pieces for a modern space. When integrating antique or vintage elements into your contemporary home, focus on finding pieces with architectural presence, quality craftsmanship, and honest materials, hallmarks of Martha's collecting philosophy. Antique dealers recommend looking for provincial furniture with simpler lines rather than ornately carved formal pieces, as these integrate more seamlessly with modern living. American farmhouse tables, English Windsor chairs, French country armoires, or early American blanket chests bring authentic character without overwhelming your space. For modern homes with minimal architectural detail, these vintage anchors introduce much-needed history and substance. Styling tip: balance vintage weight with modern lightness. Professional stylists studying Martha's design approach note her skillful balance of visual weight throughout her spaces, a technique you can apply in your own home by offsetting heavier antiques with airier modern elements. If your room features substantial vintage case goods or dark wood furniture, introduce contemporary lighting with slim profiles, clear glass, or reflective metals to visually lighten the composition. Similarly, balance traditional pattern textiles with solid modern upholstery, or pair a rustic wooden farmhouse table with streamlined contemporary chairs. This thoughtful counterbalancing prevents rooms from feeling dated or overwhelmingly heavy, while creating the sophisticated tension that makes Martha's interiors feel both timeless and fresh. Three, use natural elements to embrace imperfection and beauty. Bring nature indoors, a core of Martha Stewart's home philosophy. Martha's lifelong connection to gardening and the natural world profoundly influences her interior design approach, with seasonal botanicals serving as the dynamic heartbeat of her classic American style. Professional photographers who document her homes consistently note how fresh-cut garden flowers, potted herbs, bowls of just harvested vegetables, or foraged branches transform perfectly appointed rooms into living, breathing spaces that change with the seasons. This connection to nature, whether through a simple arrangement of tulips from your garden or a collection of pine cones gathered on a family walk, creates an authentic sense of place and time impossible to achieve with artificial elements. Materials that add organic texture to your decor. The tangible, honest quality of Martha's interior stems largely from her preference for natural materials with inherent character and imperfection. Incorporate unfinished or lightly finished woods that will develop patina over time: oak, Maple, pine, or cherry in furniture and architectural elements instantly warm contemporary spaces. Stone surfaces, whether marble countertops, slate flooring, or simple river rocks gathered as decorative objects, add cool textural contrast and geological permanence. Textile experts recommend investing in pure linen, wool, cotton, and silk fabrics for upholstery, window treatments, and bedding, as these natural fibers age gracefully, respond beautifully to light, and provide subtle seasonal adaptability. Seasonal decorating with fresh and dried botanicals. One of the most accessible and impactful aspects of Martha's decorating approach is her systematic rotation of botanical elements that mark the passing seasons and maintain visual freshness without major design overhauls. Floral designers recommend developing relationships with local flower farms or establishing cutting gardens to supply seasonal blooms, spring branches, summer garden roses, autumn dahlias, or winter evergreens, displayed in collected vessels from antique ironstone pitchers to hand-thrown contemporary vases. For lasting natural elements, incorporate dried hydrangeas, preserved boxwood topiaries, or collected moss displayed under cloches. These organic touches not only add life and beauty to your rooms, but also create mindful connections to the natural world outside your windows, a cornerstone of Martha's philosophy that good living encompasses both indoor comfort and outdoor engagement. Four, curate and layer thoughtfully, not just decorate. The power of layering textures, fabrics, and stories. The distinctive warmth and sophistication in Martha's interiors emerges from her masterful approach to layering, a design technique that combines multiple elements to create visual depth, sensory richness, and personal meaning. Interior styling experts note that successful layering involves thoughtful combination of textures, perhaps a smooth linen sofa topped with nubby wool throws and silk velvet pillows, Varied light sources, combining ambient ceiling fixtures with task lighting and decorative table lamps, and objects of different scales and origins. This careful accumulation creates rooms that reveal themselves gradually rather than all at once, rewarding closer inspection with discovered details and meaningful vignettes. Styling shelves and surfaces the Martha Stewart way. Professional stylists who have studied Martha's homes observe her distinctive approach to arranging collections and everyday objects, a method that transforms ordinary surfaces into composed still lives that feel both intentional and effortlessly elegant. Instead of spreading decorative items evenly throughout a room, create impact through thoughtful groupings. Arrange vintage books with similar binding colors, cluster white ironstone pictures of varying heights, or display botanical prints in matching frames. Design experts recommend following the classic rule of odds by arranging objects in groups of 3 or 5, varying heights while maintaining thematic cohesion through color, material, or purpose. On bookshelves, alternate vertical book arrangements with horizontal stacks topped with small decorative objects, leaving some negative space for visual relief. Design with purpose, curating spaces that reflect you. The enduring appeal of Martha's design philosophy stems from her unwavering commitment to spaces that reflect authentic interests and practical needs, rather than simply following trends or decorative formulas. Interior design psychologists confirm that the most satisfying homes contain objects that carry personal significance. Whether family photographs displayed in silver frames, collections that reflect passionate interests, or furnishings with meaningful provenance. As you develop your home's design, prioritize quality pieces that serve both practical functions and aesthetic pleasure, editing out items that lack either purpose or beauty. Consider displaying collections of well-used kitchen implements, arranging treasured books where they can be easily accessed, or creating gallery walls of family artwork spanning generations. 5. Elevate everyday living with functional elegance. Function can be beautiful. Martha Stewart's everyday design rule. The true genius of Martha's timeless American style lies in her elevation of necessary household items from purely functional objects to aesthetic opportunities. Home organization experts have long observed how she transforms utilitarian elements, from pantry storage to cleaning supplies, into visually pleasing components of her overall design scheme. Implementation of this principle might include decanting everyday essentials like laundry detergent, dish soap, or pantry staples into matching glass containers with simple labels, collecting household brushes with beautiful wooden handles, or storing linens in antique baskets that contribute to your decor while providing essential storage. By applying the same thoughtful design consideration to mundane items that you would to more obvious decorative elements, you create homes where practicality and beauty coexist seamlessly, making daily tasks more pleasurable and visually harmonious. Tabletop styling and entertaining tips that feel effortless. Professional event planners studying Martha's entertaining style recognize that her most appealing tablescape designs apply the same layered, collected aesthetic that characterizes her interior design approach. Create memorable dining experiences by mixing complementary yet non-matching elements, perhaps combining inherited silver with contemporary pottery, layering patterned salad plates over simple dinner plates, or arranging mismatched vintage water glasses alongside consistent stemware. Entertaining experts recommend establishing a foundation of versatile white dishes and clear glassware that can be supplemented with seasonal or thematic accents for different occasions. Lighting, scent, and mood, creating comfort in every room. Interior design research confirms what Martha has long practiced. Multisensory elements profoundly impact how spaces feel, often more significantly than purely visual components. Lighting designers recommend implementing Martha's three-layer approach to illumination, combining ambient light, ceiling fixtures or recessed lighting, with task lighting, desk or reading lamps, and accent lighting, picture lights, candles, or decorative fixtures to create flexible, flattering environments adaptable to different activities and times of day. Similarly, incorporate subtle seasonal scents through natural sources, potted herbs in kitchens, fresh flowers in living areas, cedar blocks in closets, or lavender sachets in linens, rather than synthetic fragrance products. Conclusion. The enduring appeal of Martha Stewart's classic American style lies not in its perfectionism but in its thoughtful integration of beauty and function, history and innovation, elegance and comfort. By applying these 5 fundamental principles, creating neutral foundations, mixing old and new, embracing natural elements, curating with purpose, and elevating everyday experiences, you can create spaces that feel both timeless and personally meaningful. Unlike trendy design approaches that quickly become dated, this authentic American aesthetic grows more beautiful with time as your home collects memories, develops patina, and evolves alongside your life. As you implement these design principles in your own spaces, remember that Martha's most beautiful rooms didn't emerge overnight, but evolved gradually through careful collection, thoughtful arrangement, and seasonal adjustments. Allow your home to develop its character organically, choosing quality over quantity and meaning over momentary trends. By focusing on timeless elements rather than fleeting fashions, you create spaces that, like Martha's iconic homes, feel both classically American and distinctly personal. Interiors that gracefully honor the past while embracing the present and anticipating the future.